1977, Lynyrd Skynyrd wasn't just a band. They were the most dangerous outfit in America. They weren't art school kids like Queen or refined poets. They were brawlers from the rough side of Jacksonville, Florida, who fought for every inch of their fame. They had conquered the world with anthems like Free Bird and Sweet Home Alabama, turning Southern rock into a global phenomenon. But beneath the success, their leader, Ronnie Van Zant, carried a dark, private secret. He was haunted by an obsession with his own mortality. He told his father with chilling calm, "I'm not gonna live to see 30. He told his bandmates, "I'm going out with my boots on." It wasn't just rock star paranoia. It felt like a heavy, inescapable prophecy. On October 17, 1977, they released a new album that would cement their legend, Street Survivors. The cover photo was iconic and unsettling, showing the band standing defiant in the middle of a raging fire. 3 days later, that haunting image would transcend art and become a horrific, scorched reality. The band needed a private plane for their massive 1977 tour, but what they got was a flying piece of junk. They leased a 30-year-old Convair CV 240, a twin-engine craft that had seen far better days. Just weeks earlier, the legendary band Aerosmith had looked at the exact same plane for their own use. But Aerosmith's flight crew was professional and thorough. They inspected the vessel and were horrified by what they found. They witnessed the pilots passing a bottle of Jack Daniels back and forth right in the cockpit, displaying a reckless disregard for life. They told Aerosmith in no uncertain terms, "Do not get on that plane. It's a death trap waiting to happen." Aerosmith listened and passed on the lease. Tragically, Lynyrd Skynyrd didn't. They ignored the blatant warning signs, driven by the pressure of the road. On the flight before the fatal crash, the right engine malfunctioned, shooting out terrifying 6-foot flames that lit up the sky. The band members were shaken and terrified. They made a pact. Once they touched down in Baton Rouge, they would trade the plane in for a train. But fate had other plans. They never made it to Baton Rouge. October 20th, 1977. The band is flying from Greenville, South Carolina, to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. At 6 p.m., the pilots realize they have made a fatal error. They didn't check the fuel gauges properly. One engine sputters and dies. Then the second engine dies. The plane becomes a 40,000-pound glider. The pilots tell the passengers to brace for impact. The drummer, Artemis Pyle, remembers the terrifying silence. There was no engine noise, just the sound of the wind rushing over the wings as the trees of the Mississippi swamp got closer and closer. Ronnie Van Zant, the man who said he'd never see 30, grabbed a pillow and shook the hand of his drummer. He was 29 years old. The plane crashed into a dense forest in Gillsburg, Mississippi. It didn't explode, it shattered. The fuselage broke apart on impact. Ronnie Van Zant, guitarist Steve Gaines, and backup singer Cassie Gaines were killed instantly. The survivors were thrown into a nightmare. They were trapped in a dark, snake-infested swamp in the middle of the night, bleeding and broken. Drummer Artemis Pyle, with broken ribs, crawled out of the wreckage. He knew he had to get help. He stumbled through the woods, covered in blood and mud, until he saw a farmhouse light in the distance. This is the part of the story that sounds like a movie, but is 100% real. Artemis Pyle reached the farmhouse of a man named Johnny Moat. Moat, seeing a wild, long-haired man covered in blood emerging from the swamp, thought he was an escaped convict or a monster. He grabbed his shotgun and fired a warning shot over Pyle's head. Pyle screamed, "Plane crash." Only then did the farmer realize what was happening. He helped Pyle and called for rescue. But for the band back at the crash site, help took hours to arrive. They lay in the darkness, listening to their friends dying around them. The aftermath was devastating. The heart of Southern rock was gone. But the strangest detail came 3 days later. MCA Records frantically recalled the new album, Street Survivors. They replaced the cover art. Why? Because the original cover showed the band engulfed in flames, and the band members who died in the crash were standing in the center of the fire in the photo. It was a coincidence so chilling that it fueled rumors of a curse for decades. Ronnie Van Zant predicted his death, and the album cover illustrated it. Lynyrd Skynyrd became legends, but the price they paid was exactly what Ronnie said it would be. If you found this rock legend mystery as haunting as we did, Please like the video and subscribe for more deep dives into the dark side of music history.